Yama munyina adwuma mwakwaba eba United Television so yakase boss mu fa so no so de amayen efiri omayi mu ana dohwe bakwa da ni mu yedi fi ye studios a ewo ship house abeka junction ebeso mu eda sidama special sinsu no special drink na bia kwama nit fufu edi tabe kwan na fe ne krakra no this way chocolate drink and then the coffee drink so mo boa me de kase bo ebrem abiri bia ye ka mu se social media handles how do ni nyina na ye kase boyi etwegu was answer now called DSTV your channel 360 and some of the brem di mu akotini bi and said dom kumom na hye mu kyerese dom kase no ahyeda etwentwantwetwom na ase ama ban a obeba no le dwuma mu akokoye din
na US ambassador Edeba Ghana ene wabansra hwe ede ama omampani ayeyi no foforo ama oman Ghana
na oman so afo hwe yamamere so edi moneko ensamo ama mampani John Dramani Mahama
nene apostolic fathers ene omudi atudwa ama omampani ayeyi no foforo se ni nkunim dia wodi ye ne de wonyame akwan so yie pa enu nti onkoso
na abufu sam ene awudi sam na tutwa sam akoso se wokọ abrekuma nofa suku dan kakra case o ye mako school mu ye de ballot paper akosi wonti ni pepe ko dwaja atom na no na kyerkyerefo wo kyerese etwaye
na abato a yekoto ye a menteme ho ase ntokwa bi sisi ye nei asofofo mpanifo akase enye kura se ye beto aba na menteme ho ase ne nsensemba sabe sinti wo mo hwe na asudwie enedi
ense bi ka ho na ye de bremu akenkanfo ye so na dwumre eye me eja kwabena mene
nana ekia kobi
Afrika sabona mu nsamnie ye nyina nim sem na sebedwafo ekwa asetena asesa no konumo kura no omutu sinsen kakra sansa na abato bredu ama ho sam ye nyina nim se de sikoye nene ebra obokọ asetena no na onunyamfo govern Abuja ono na waye minority chief whip editu dwe chiremu se donc so na sebedwam onunyamfo afenwuma keda no na hyeda se sikasam tutu bi eso mo de ba se de be betumi aboa no madwendwe ne ho na ban a obeba mfimpinu ene adunu numra tumi na adwuma bosomi na edikan no donc se na hyeda pa na mtwetwe omo ewo
I am so surprised today the former running mate, maybe he's okay now, he's basically stabbing even the people at the, on his side. The constitution of this country at the moment does not prevent Article 71 office holders from getting whatever is entitled to them. When President Mahama said when he becomes president, is President Mahama president today? So what is your business talking about the fact that you will not pay? You will not pay what, Mr. Speaker? It's a simple thing. Why is he telling us to close, Mr. Speaker? I just saw our colleague, the minister responsible for environment. The bill we have gone through is left with only third reading. In fact, you were in the chair when we passed it. For some reason, when we started this debate, I just saw our colleague leave the chamber again. If you brought a bill, you don't want to do it, all of a sudden, they have decided that you are still government. Mr. Speaker, this is still the government. And you are still responsible for carrying out your responsibilities until the 7th of January. Why are you deciding that you will not work?
That our colleagues on the majority side is arguing as if they are in opposition. They are still in government. Their tenure has not ended. They have not handed over yet. They still have a duty to perform under the Constitution of Ghana. We have gone through several transitions. No president has ever avoided a critical duty like this in our nation. Presidents have lost elections, but they perform their duties. It is the duty of President Nana Akufo-Addo to present that statement before this House. It is his duty. We approved the budget last November. The budget ends in December. The new government will be ushered in early January. So we need expenditure in advance of the budget to be able to pay salaries from January, February, March until a new budget is introduced into this house. This is the simple duty that the president must perform to the good people of Ghana. And the finance minister always performs this duty on behalf of the president. The house is only able to approve of the vote on account is not only workers who may not be paid from January 2025. Even this House meeting after December to listen to the President present his message, his last message on the State of the Nations, cannot hold. And the House was called upon to avoid this situation before the elections. Why was it not done? Why was it not done? The House was embroiled in determining who occupies the majority seats and who occupies the minority seats. Most irrelevant. With the greatest respect, most irrelevant. Mr. Speaker, if we are not able to approve of the vote on account, the summoning of Parliament to elect a speaker, for the speaker to now also swear in the new members of Parliament, technically cannot take place. Is that what you want as a nation?
Time is not on our side, but there are some imperatives we have to work on. The delay may compel us to sit some days very late hours. My worry is whether we'll have that much time to truly scrutinize the work that is before us. I think I will have to direct you to get in touch with your colleagues to be available tomorrow so that we can do some business. Please convey that message to them that we need them on the floor. If we can't get all of them, if we can't get the leader himself, at least the deputy should be here, the chief whip should be here, so that we can do some business. Because your colleagues here cannot usurp your authority unless so directed.
U.S. Ambassador Ediba Ghana Her Excellency Virginia Palmer Nene Wabansra Edi Amoma Mpeni aye yinofoforo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say aba yekotu ye ebinsida enu nti wo ma bona baso ye pa na wo mo nkomodie ni mu nso wo hwe se wo mo eba aban mu de eniema ban ene wo mo beye ya ebeboa ama man Ghana ene wo mo nso entem atene.
Not only do you have a partner in the U.S. government, but also the American private sector is very interested in contributing to Ghana's economic recovery and to working with you. And we've appreciated your engagement in the last months with the American Chamber here. So those companies and many more in the United States look forward to working with your government.
And knowing the comparative advantage and technology and knowledge that the U.S. has, we want to work closely to see how we can resolve some of the issues in that sector. Of course, we worked on the MCC together, and it's made Ghana's electricity generation sector more resilient than it was before the MCC. As I said, it was just the final part that we couldn't complete together. Luckily, we had the opportunity to discuss with the MCC when we went there to see how we could wrap up that part of our cooperation. And so I think that it's something we'll look to start talking about as soon as we come into office after 7th January. Aside from that, on the security front, we know what the issues in our sub-region are. And U.S. has been a long-standing partner in terms of improving our resilience when it comes to security matters. And so we'll look to continue that cooperation in that space. One of my passions now is agriculture and agribusiness, and we'll look to see how we can share technology, share knowledge, and see how we can boost agricultural growth and food self-sufficiency in Ghana.
Efibra yeto aba edema Ghana mampeni fufura to aba de no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no empenifo pi ankrankre ne kuku ahodo e kanfo no e ma no mo ne ko e wo nkunimdi a wodi ye no ho na asesie waka bi ayo mensoafo a ohwe ahenie ene osoma ahodo dwumadi hu nsam so onunyanfo Steven Asamoah Boaten a ye bone samrane asabi
ya Momutunkwa, President-elect John Mahama Momutunkwa, wahunu bi da. No, I'm to say about the boat, the whole train bar. No, the about be born, boy. And as they say, a dear boy, and so. The Sana electorate said, Nasa Sana Abatwa, a democratic governance, and I say, a Mamuna, Yaya Jatumuna, 1992 Constitution, the Abano. Sana, say, Coquasum, na Uninipenikita, na Omunya Gidi Wumua, on the mouth. One so idea, one so I want to show one yet any or more pen and almost so because the family will be full. It was 8 years cycle, and I say, I am normal. Yeah, didn't go into my boy whom I was so more money. I don't know. No more money, and so never who said, been so. I said, well, money, I just almost said, I'm saying, now more we know, said him. I would now, or man, the union idea, now, a bina, I am Maracan, why, dear said Jumano. Yan my didn't go no so I rewabem and the man can crumble. I boy a pusakakra, but you will be there. And now, share a voting party in the MCC and one. Ye hold soon said, do no amateur. I'm wying, I'm my yafano. I'm for more reasons, be brain, Yahana, me make Sabe, a party, no, I will woman, so she didn't come. Or say, who didn't man bassa, I'm for Amba, because we share figures a call, NDC for Noah, would compare in fear 90 almost the same, or more appreciate they who be.
Ghana suffer from penifone mu bi and after Christian leaders are ye frɛ wɔn apostolic fathers and after so Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams and they aba ye to ye edema omampani aye no for John Dramani Mahama his excellency and they wɔn abonaba so ye pa say wayɛ ade sɛ watimi adi nkonim na wɔn ta na chi pa ɛwɔ ekwan bi a wopesi wosi editu anamo.
I had mentioned to you what I felt prophetically, that you have to leave. And at the right time, you come again. And 2020, we met again with Honorable Elvis in my office. And I said to you that, Mr. President, you are not coming now. You will come after 2020. So when 2020 ended, I was very confident, irrespective of whatever anybody said, that it was your time to come back to fulfill mandate and to finish your unfinished business. And I believe that by God's grace, who preserved you, kept you alive, and you didn't die, and you lived, and you are still here, will guide you, preserve you, and give you what it takes to move this nation according to his mandate to where he wants to take this nation to. And we want to pray and believe that at your term of office, that the narrative, the negative narratives that have plagued governments of this country will change during your term in office.
I want to thank you for the prayers, words of encouragement, personal support, and even material assistance that I received from some of you to be able to achieve the feat that we achieved. And so I thank you very much, and may God richly replenish you materially and spiritually for what you did, not only for me but for our country. I mean, it was obvious that Ghana was crying for a reset. I mean, something needed to give, because clearly we were on the wrong track, and even scientifically in all the surveys, it showed that more than 80% of our people believed that our country was going in the wrong direction. And so there was the need to change course, rebuild the morale of the country, raise our motivation in order that we can chart a new course. The responsibility has fallen on me to lead that new course, and like I said, I pray for the neck to be able to carry the burden that God has put on my head. But that burden becomes lighter if everybody comes together and shoulders their part of the burden. And so I believe that God will grant us that spirit of unity and that spirit of national cohesion, so that all of us can work together to make Ghana what it should be.
Adishimama UTV no nsi akasebo na mo hwe madaroma mo ntwe ne yenkoje abofo nkrato edi kan ye ba ye beto amuso.
adeshima ma yema mo akwa aba yeto akase ebo no so edi amamo
yebesa ko nunyamfo Asamoah Boateng Asabi ne nkyambio na ode ato MPP amayoko na chitafo nyina nim se nkugwe dia no hye papa nanso se okaso obedi once na chi a obabru wukrum eno nti no momode a se de atwam no moma no mesenko na de aka akire no ommo ho ban mo abo mo ho ano se na be ya mfie nan a yebesa ko abato obi no ombetumi edi nkunim
ne duru mebi a na amafo na be hu se kochi a omo na beka nyame na meka na mum ye a ye di nkugo ndie ye wo fie nsem ka no de yam bi anka na dwene obi anka na de wo ne bo na meka no se oka ne bo a ene wote a betumi aso wo na wanka de ase na chema rolling se ka wanka na cha asem wo jato wo se asem wo anti asem wo na che se ho ma na ka na asem eti no na meka se me no yes ewra ho me wra ho banka no kura mbo na efi se ke betumi break it no na ato aso because o hwa manamane a akọ manim ewo impuntu semu a omujai party ba kuma nitumi ye niema no hyehyɛ ne yie pa amane sa eno nkyɛ sɛ wiase baby no ane sɛ de mpaibo na nyamema yenkwa oti nkwamu a wonkwa hia sen sɛ uni ho but the meme kan sɛ wa hwɛ die nso abaka sɛ obi anka ne kasa bo hye ne ye mempɛ ne sa mempɛ sɛ meka obi akasa na sɛ me de sɛ obi anka ne kasa bo hye ne ye but wo kan so a was so who say nipa bia no ye was sensitivities ye ti wono say de sunsuma e woyemu no kra na e woyemu no nye nipa bia na kan anim enti say bia wo hwe na asem no mu dura wo pepe na bi aka say asem we so because me hande me nka but ye nim bia niam bi ko ochew enim ye di komo ena maka say ya so take responsibilities because sometimes e bi won so say nka ye di na si from tendem enti me ka ho aban ka ho party mpanifo ka ho party company for kwa to polling station for so many mpanifo constituency mpanifo mpanifo regional executive mpanifo national mpanifo so wan di antumu a na wo hunu de osawo ye woje tumu a na wo nu ho sana meka no we are remorseful na osan eye ato no for the wo ye ya anye ye
Empenifo a wo da Ghana Chamber of Technology wo mo e de ato omampani aye yi no foforo eye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enim se abefo kwan enhwehwemu a wo maye wo mo tete ya wo magye no wo mo behwe na wo maboa se ne be ya 24-hour economy a wo de ato dwaso wo hwe a wo be ye no wo maboa no amana kotote.
We want to suggest to you very strongly, and we will be bringing papers to the effect that we could create Africa's first private market, which would allow for fintechs and technology companies that do not necessarily wish to become public entities to still be able to solicit funding within this private market, which will still be within the umbrella body of the Ghana Stock Exchange.
Okay.
We think that the kind of funds that we need as a chamber and as industry is not monies to go pay salaries and so on, but for licensing, for ISO certification, for PCI standards that would allow for us to be able to export our technologies into other markets. We are also very cognizant of the 24-hour economy and how we as industry are looking forward to working with you on this. We are very excited, and again, there's been a lot of engagements locally within the industry, and upon your direction, Your Excellency, we will like to start engaging because we have quite a number of plans. Certainly, we do not think that we'll be able to get your attention when it comes to some of these nitty-gritty. So if you give us direction, we will start sending all the materials and the research that we have done as industry to whoever you would designate for us to engage.
So I was happy to meet with you guys, and really, I mean, when we met at AH Hotel, I was surprised at the variety of, sectors in which the fintech had grown. I've kept talking about the group that I met who are in the agribusiness space, where they're doing funding for farmers, giving farmers the farmer, and then using the platform to pay them and take the products of them. I mean, that's one area I want us to expand as quickly as possible. feeding into the farmer service centers that I talked about. And so we digitize the farmer service centers. We have a database of all the farmers who are in the catchment area who we are servicing. If government has any support, it passes it through the center. It's done on the digital platform, and all the farmers receive the support that they want. We make sure that their products are bought at fair prices. I mean, that's just an example. It's limitless what we can do in your space and in your sector. And so consider me as an ambassador for the sector, and also know that my doors will always be open. You know, I know that you guys get an idea a minute, and so any morning you wake up, your heads are bursting with new possibilities. So we'll have a link person who is always taking those ideas from you, and I think that we should meet from time to time regularly and then update ourselves what the issues are.
Bambohini Owo Hunter Traditional Council Nana Eja Andama Kwame Ede Futu Magana for nyina se koba se bia obi hu se ne yemu hwia o se ye bi obi ameduro e bia bonsan bi ne ha madwene ne dimrika ko ekono ma bibiduro ko posaposa ne ma ko abosomfo se da bi se ba ne se uyemutu a ko hospital.
Some way na APA, Abrana, Wobodero, Efa, cholera yade hu, atiati city true atoye mantamu. Na eno, and watches a CA Casenipa dudie, one matwana nanom ewo and Siedu San, cholera yade no. Nanona bambo hine awo a hunter traditional council, Nana Eja and Dama Kwame. What they to just say, Yenya se brebia yade bibe pieti sa cholera no. Na fe de kwakoshe humo edie. Was se cholera yade ne kumni papa. Enu nti eba emfa nkone namba bia wo hunu ho sunsanso na pe wakopie mu ayaresabia
yana aya enyemebu wa onam de sunsunsem no ti oma yeka ibinum so wode fa kwan bedo wode ye enyema emfa de te de cholera wa be ebu wa sabe okana obefi de bi o sunsuma aseminti onfa nkọ hospital efi adena akafa ho kase aba nti so urban dema or the eco hospital na ye wosunsun na ne do na yaraba na urban so ne do nti so urban dem na eco hospital that's a washer no ye sunsun yaraba doctor bia obetum akado fako baby
Enunchi na Western Regional Health Director Dr. Yao Ofori Yeboa ono so HSA sesi a okaso obu nkonta titiri ni secondary takradia ayaresabia ni nyina ayema enipa dodo anka omo agye no sesi abroso wose se wo hwa bosume ba ko ntem no wo mo manya cholera yade ni bi be se ahankono 900 a ye ka se ye yi ayaresabia ahodo no wobekọ nipa be se ahenu eho na no wo mo eba beje ayarehwe enunti abro won so e wo sa kwan no so eno chese sese aban e di enuro ene nioma ebetimi aboa a wo mo yade yi a etiate se no obetimi asi ano kwan no e free enunti se eba sa mentena fie e ma no enyew na wanhwe yi a ebekun
so that me ka say no hospitals ahodo nyina pi ebipa eya ayarfo no eya ayema cases in Kwabay 200 and also had various places hospital. It's here say a month from a boy home. You can't basically no between issue now contaminated. And she must say environment refers to be a camera. Now they hear back when the house say they say every year in the hospital no yare no akwachi to do. It's because of that no we have lost some lives. It's let's repeat say obi anya saria and empower and what the nearest health facility all your treatment free. So no can say even private facilities are almost providing services no Ghana Health Service your DB am
Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council and a Womada Regional Climate Committee Eddie Senior Beya Ebeshe na Iriemu Sakraye no Emma Sunsanso Bonibia Emma Yenso.
Only my dream say and Accra away people to be plastic ensure adriano to plastic now waste collecting companies, for example, Jakura and Zoom Lion, they've introduced what we call recyclable items, or plastic and reusable. Until there are waste business, your plastic, your paper, degradable items. So I know now waste companies no, engage say, and maybe beer now over to go. Oh, you know, plastic bottles on very echo round. On pick we know what they call a veggie network. All assemblies have got bylaws, and it has approved at the regional the RCC. These waste activities, no, they are all in our bylaws. And wow, the lecturer say, who go contrary to the law, so you will be brought. What's in short down, so it is great throwing of that's because it's also not a brain. I hear a cause of climate change. No, they are being doing bylaws. You will not abide Sakawa. You go fight by the law.
Any say so share climate change. Abide Nankasa are policies, and one of the policies, no, in the national climate change strategy. Into your sector, be a draw program. To say be okay, yamfa ensure yanyani den. Inti ensure no ya aban program say ensure men do ensure ho. Ensure kakra wo no protect no. Men chu bula wo fie edua wo ho a men twa. Edua no na ma ewuomu eye nwu. Ya chechre sa nyama nyina bind aye policies a ewo ho. Inti ne sa program ne say you be training regional coordinators no ati sa ban policies yi ase. Yes, am I me implement it. Nti enne no ohwa forestry wa ha, water wa ha, fire wa ha, obia wa ha. Ye try say ye be mo improve omo understanding on climate change. So mo take climate change na se, no mo take policies na se a. Ene ne ya hihye ni nyina no, ombetumi I implement no on the ground.
Yetu akase bono so na nansan hyemu bi ekoso ewon kan ha na ne nyina ne so mo hwa boase na be ya nipa bono fa sumase edi sika hudwa ene wo mo aye ne ma hodo a ebo man no we betumi abo ema ho ban edi afiri ho eku a aisesa dwumadi eye Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering ewo West Africa ha and African Ecowas Gender Development Center Regional Forum ene eku kwa do bi na akabu ma mo de sa nansan hyemu yi ahyehye so.
Considering the seriousness of the offenses as expressed by the protocols, it is important that countries apply themselves consistently to finding solutions for mitigating transnational organized crimes. Since the ratification of the UNTAC, Ghana committed itself to enact the necessary legal framework and strengthen institutions to join the world in fighting transnational organized crime. These frameworks continue to help with investigating and prosecuting of cases, particularly those involving women and children. Protecting the human rights of smuggled migrants and combating smuggling of migrants by land, sea, and air is of great concern to member states, of which Ghana is no exception. Today's workshop is another great stride by JABA to address the issue of crime that affects us all, but particularly our mothers, wives, sisters, nieces, and the girl child. Your engagement, I believe, would focus on creating awareness of the risk of women towards transnational organized crime, the impact of money laundering and terrorism financing within the sub-region, and most importantly, share best practices among others. This is indeed timely as these crimes continue to impede economic growth and violate human rights.
You have to look at the international standards. We have about 21 criminal activities that generate money for laundering. This includes robbery, corruption, fraud, customs, tax fraud, and all of the crimes. Apart from one of the accounts of trafficking, drug trafficking, and all that, they all generate finance.
Women and girls on the continent appreciate your interest in addressing issues of transnational economic and financial crimes and its associated risk. In our pursuit to counter transnational organized crimes, I urge all member states to adequately mainstream gender into policies, strategies, and programs, as well as strengthen collaboration between the security agencies, financial institutions, youth organizations, and the ministries responsible for gender and family welfare, considering the active role that women play in these organized financial crimes, there is a need to have targeted programs to prevent it and protect women. Therefore, our being here is a testament to our collective commitment to addressing transnational organized crime risk for women in the sub-region. Indeed, everybody matters in the ECOWAS development agenda, and we take this opportunity to commend GIABA and ECOWAS Gender Development Center for this great initiative.
And we are now with Sonia Sanso Akwaji Abwafon Kranso. Yebe basisia.
adishima me adam asese wunya abre san twen yen ya be ye kase bo ne yeto amoso
na yenya ntie se Kwashiman cluster of schools eja eto mu anenye asemkuma akra na no nam so ama Ebenezer Perry Ofori ono no ye director of education ewo Ablekuma North na wo kirema wo se wonte ase se nipa num bi ebe hyeda ye se wo mo ba betwaja atum ni na ne se wo mo pese wo mo say ballot boxes na sa eja wo mu tutu mu eno nam so ama laptops any computer e wodan mu honi na ehye ananya semkuma akra sei eno wodi tuja
me ya call be say 4 o'clock amra cheno say eja ato edan no mu nti immediately na free fire service for na ombe no betimi aye nti ewie na yen ba no pe ya bedu ana situation edan no mu ne dem say wo ma adan na ahye asat an opinion say this is the situation say why na she there I'm to mention this say what my investigation we answer na until your classroom blog na jatom na ashe a center when we elections no more coalition no Methodist church bi o church for Macedonia in some bebre si ho am almost say na ma bebre ho ntina ma wo mo yi ballot boxes no na the begu ya ana library Deloitte for by the chair in very nice library. Next to your science lab or any some ICT lab or when was staff common room also. In terms of ballot boxes no na I could far away na at the buy. In the meantime, there Yaman Kolani na Kofi and our security in teacher for any announcement to maintain into the BTF fire service for any police for any hobbyano. Ever communicating ada so mbesa besko ana so mbesku bi oni ehun ebe me na madwin kra ne se bia nkomewa anadwo ni nyina made ache but me nya hu police for no mon kasa nti minim se bia asam ne si no mo ha na se no mo ko students no doso nkola o blog no me small thing ye try exams nso ko ka ma kwan ya wada nti exam papers ne o ma tro ne aka ne ade ne nyina ko nkola no abo mo hu because anope ye kasa o mo enkona bebre na no mo su so because maybe I would see there be a soon idea we bad group and why say internet say no no you better kwa do mbefa so na yet me asan asho mo nkran na ma abeto ma this so election there anka say bibi ye simple kra yi na e be kire ya dwen ewia nipa mienu ntumi mmomu ndi nkunim na yeyi ba ko bedi nkunim ba ko bedi nkugo udi nkugo na eno nne say we wie aba obetumi asan ababio what I say nti adent na ebet kwa kodu this extent nti my enu kan say kodro misra mo omo ma chita afo no nkasa na at least ya mo ya japade ho ban because enkobre nyina no sika na ehwan ade amaye no eno a na ebesan bia ya pebi e de abesisi we nyina emmo aye mko school na mo ti school ase an ko mo nya de omo yewe school de mfa so so pan nti we yo maye no yesra ban so on samba ye mwa na se on besi ni fufra na eja. Yes, because we say I school kola no mo ntimi ntine mo nhia de. O mo tine mo ebe bubu egu o mo so amanu so e de asemfo fra breye. Ti aban na yesra ne mo ase on be hweye. Na ye mba no ntimi mbre school be sia de man because ye da achia no no. Ye da achia no no.
Yedi akase bono eko community watch ho no ye komi ahodro kohwe niema ekoso obono no na fe nkuru ahodro so na ye ko asante mantam mu asante achem sinimu na ye bawure na kura friend to kwai na suku wo ho headmaster da no eye ura Godfred Bodu kire se niema ahodro asuafo ni hia se na be obetumi de asua de na chechefo no so hia dom de akira de ne bi ni ho nti amade kire ene adesua ho ade amom pa
Otrese sa uba behwe eye omo junior high school dan no se de esi asa ya fa pa de a ehye wo mo se ebre bi ensuo be mu na ebebo ma na ensuo be je mu no age so omo pon e ma adesuafo no ekofie wasi wei e na woto wani ahwe dan na bon se school dan no emu apapai bebu o wa tutu amantokro ni ade aba abedem eno nso ntikra no ya na akyerɛkyerɛfo ne adesuafo nkwa eye da samu enam se so omo anhwe ye ento na mo bi na dakru bi emframafa ana ensuo to na school dan ni bu ade besi no ebekwa akodane atorenchempa headmaster Edema Tokwai MA Basic School Ora Godfred Buadu edin semi nyina tudwa ebra na Tokwai krodua ni nyina hia se wo keka won sase na wabofoto bi sade ebeya obetimi asi eye school dan fofrokra Edema Tokwai MAJHS eno Asante Achim South Municipality ewa Asante Mantem no mo so enya baby atena asuade
Ipacho ya chirade wa ha mfie kakra ni yisugu na no nkrani ahadwene se enzo emuna na se enzo to a na esese me pon nkwala no bia kofi adentia ye na no enye dan ba bia bubu enchanse a eguso eni enua eguso no enkanka ade ni nyina afa enzo to na wa ha no se a wa akra no ye be yo mo because wunya ba bi mpo na wuti chani no adi na kwala zo atena ba bi de se opon wo na omo ekofi se de be ya asumdie ebeba enti yesre abamu mpanimfo ankran wo mam nsem obi se yesuku dan nye enti omla meboaye
adesue ni bia ewoto kwai kronum so ede adesrede to aban no enim afen sorry feku ahodo ene eye enwumakuo ankrankra won nsem obi se wo mosre papa JH school block ne de asai kra omye ne hwenye yentu omeboa wo mo enye no nko a oso ba to kwai ne mpotem a se obi pese okasa wo telefone so wo bre papa enam so mo network sem so enkoyi a company 40 misesan mu ma wo ma nanka ebeboa de empuntuo aba empotem ho
ebesese abana anade nsam wobi emabuai efrise sensom na nsoboma intimi we lesson na teachers fon apon esa mbua ya disuan ebesese omomebuai yebesese abana ana obi a nsam wobi babebuai efrise yesuku dan nye nchense na tete nso begugu ye book so asen yesese obi biala owobi babebuai the school dana tun kwamai
esi e kira nkwada na de kura na se wose ye connect eyi bibi di kira kwada ne se na de neti a ama ye ntumi ene nkwada no so nya bibi a so no mo ye de omunim ente besere pa se mpanimfo emre nkoye mboa
the school ya nyini pray ma na tonso me bae ne si wodi atiara na tie o ensuo so gu ye so na ye ko ya wo chance ba akote a ya je ntoboa ne de akotɔ ya aba behim de besere se na nado Pramen de oyema ye. Jesus yes no. Yes ade ensa yam. Ombra no so.
Afe ye call edwade mu nsem na multi choice of Ghana NNA wo mapa wo mu Showmax 2.0 upgraded version na wo mu kire se Ghana fo wo mu customers ni na wo mu hwe na wo mu ko subscribe na dwuma bi o mu di begu ho no wo mu nya bi enhwe
Multi-choice Ghana dwumakuo a wonom enso ehwe ema kasamfonyini eho dwumedie ahodo a ema nipa ni gye dwumakuo na wonom de bibi fofrokra ba wode eba behye de omo dada ni mu kena Showmax 2 na sa Showmax 2 yi wei upgraded version na chese wapagya mu a eno eboa ema womo ba be streaming na ebeboa wonom ahwefo ama wani agye yi sa platform froway ade a eba beboa wo mu na watere won kwaban mu ewo yene ankasa yen local entertainment ena fe amanone de na chese Ghana de ene amanone de ena obeyie ewo wonom TV no so ye we no wo ye TV shows ahodo movies ahodo ye ka agodie mu nsem documentary a waposa ede eba UTV kasebo yene managing director with Multi Choice Ghana ora Alex Ochre edi enkomo ema wo share customers in crane say wonom subscribe
launch Showmax 2.0 enfie bi atwam no ye Showmax 1.0 by but se ano obroni beka say ya revamp no yeah, the more content, yeah, the more better technology abaso. And yeah, done in the actually will be as open entertainment, open foreign movies, open local movies, open Nigerian movies, open even live sports, Premier League. Download the Showmax, na subscribe. Ubenyani na 1.0. Na Showmax na, but now the different app na with better technology. Your technology be a friend no Peacock platform. Say no, free 1.0 no ako 2.0 no, and you better. I mean your streaming experience, the speed and breaking is much better than 1.0 no. And more content so always so saying 1.0 no. Say no wait me Premier League matches now opening in our Showmax 2.0 so. But say no, the Momo so about 2.0 no so. And to wait me to with Momo very easy. Oko app and also now register to with Momo easily. Now I share content app so now. Obia anko subscribe download the Showmax 2.0 app on our phone so. Now subscribe it. Na Christmas I mean me shows and every fear holidays near there. Showmax no companion. Over enjoy Christmas New Year. Just download the Showmax. Now wait me I share.
Yede kase wona si na mo me kan so betwetwe wo se wo na wabusu nyina Pepsodent na me kan fo de ama Pepsodent de ye nyina nim rada ama ni pese ye fe amonum ye hwam ama se chi na mo ye den na wo didi so otumi didi wo kasa bedwam so akasa bedwam wo sere so otumi asiri ye me din de agya kwabena me ne
nana ekua kobi
ye na de kase bo no brem ye da mo nyina ase ama mudue ni onyunu